Hey guys, what's up? So, my question for you tonight is how can I help you live your best life possible? Now, I know that's quite a big question, but what I mean is obviously most of us want to live a better life. And for many of us, that's going to start with needing to kind of address our health in some manner quite often, which obviously is handy for me because I'm predominantly a health coach. But as you know, this group is called Stronger Than Life Coaching because the trouble for most people is the rest of their life that's preventing them from being strong, healthy, fit, lean, and so on. So we have these body and these health goals, but often the rest of our life is what gets in the way. But then this obviously happens in other ways as well, because sometimes we want to improve our business or improve our relationships, but now it's our body holding us back and so on. Or the business is preventing the relationships because we're putting so much time and effort into making sure that we're making enough money and getting the bills covered that then our relationships tend to suffer as a result and so on. So what my question is obviously is, well, how can I help you live your best life? Is because as a result of realizing this, that obviously each different area of our life can have a cascading effect into other areas in a negative sense. We can obviously get the same in a positive sense if we're doing the correct things. If we're willing to change certain things within our business or our relationships, that can help us accelerate our body. Or if we're willing to change and improve things in our body, then often that can accelerate our business or our relationships. Let's face it, if we're fat, unhealthy, overweight, feeling tired, worn out, then you're not necessarily going to have the best sex life that you could possibly have. But if you were to get your body on point, improve your confidence and self esteem and your body image, then you're more likely to have a more fulfilling sex life. Now, I know it's about more than that, but that's going to be a big part of it. If you can show up as a confident man or confident woman, it's going to be much easier for you to have a more fulfilling experience intimately with your partner and so on. And then, of course, the same applies in business. If you're showing up and worried about how people may perceive you because of the way your body looks, and they might perceive you as being lazy because you're overweight and things like that, which isn't necessarily true, but people have preconceptions, prejudgments, and so on. But quite often, if you show up looking like you take care of yourself and you're on point and you know what you're doing, then often they assume that you're like that in the rest of your life as well. So my point basically with this is, well, you may need and want health advice and body transformation advice, but you may be looking for advice in other areas as well. So if you have specific questions and you'd obviously like some help, some guidance, or potential expertise around that, then ask those questions as well, whether they're health and body related or not. Could be related to business. What could I do with my marketing strategies to help free up more time? What could I do with my client fulfillment strategies to help me get back some more time so I can spend more time with my family and so on? Because these are often things that myself and my clients have to address in order to make sure that we have time for our body and time for our relationships. We often have to tweak the business and move it around a bit and often hopefully improve it so that we can actually accelerate other areas of our life too, and so on. Sometimes we need to change the way we show up in our relationships so that we can do other things like take care of ourselves or go to work and spend time on the business without feeling guilty and so on. So, along with health advice, I can often provide you with a lot of other lifestyle based advice as well, which will help to get all domains leveling up at the same time rather than just focusing on the one. Now, most of the information that I've put in the group so far, you guys will know, is based around health and mindset. The mindset stuff we always cover because it's transferable. We can apply that same mindset to any particular domain of life to help accelerate that area. So mindset is a given. We must have that because that's ultimately the driver. It's what keeps everything going. But then obviously we need to be fit and healthy because ultimately our business or our relationship can only be as good as we are. So if you have your own particular struggles, then feel free to reach out. Now, I know with these things, sometimes it's quite personal and we're maybe a little bit shy, embarrassed, ashamed maybe of these things that we're experiencing, or the fact that we maybe aren't able to figure these things out. So sometimes you don't want to put yourself out there and kind of expose yourself in front of people in the group. That's absolutely fine. You can always reach out to me privately in Messenger or on my emails, and I will more than happily, if you just obviously let me know, I can keep your name anonymous and so on. We don't have to tell anyone, but we can address the issue that you have and obviously share the solution with the rest of the group so that everybody can benefit, because the truth is you're probably not the only person that's suffering with the particular struggles or problems that you have. It can often feel like we are, particularly if you are an entrepreneur or business owner. It can be quite a lonely world at times, and we often feel like we're the only ones struggling or suffering with this thing. But very rarely is that true. Often there are many of us struggling with the same thing, but we're just holding it in, keeping it to ourselves, because that's a thing that men are very good at. We don't like to express our feelings and show how we're struggling. So often we end up suffering in silence and feeling like we're a victim of this thing, which in some respects we may be, but often we're just a victim of our own ego and the fact that we won't actually express what's really going on. So therefore, if it never gets truly expressed, even to ourselves, then we can't actually address and fix that thing. So I'm going to leave it there tonight, guys. I don't want to obviously take up too much of your time on a Saturday evening. So if you have any questions, as I say, feel free to reach out to me privately on Messenger. I'm more than happy to keep you anonymous, but obviously address the issue. And obviously I will get back to you privately as well, and we can have a conversation. We can dig deep into things if you need to, or obviously we can keep it light and surface level until you're ready to dig down the layers. Either way, I'm here to help you. I want to help you as much as I can. Of course, I offer coaching services as well, so if people want to go even deeper, but that's not what it's about. I'm not like, oh, reach out to me, ask me a question, and then I charge you for your answer. That's not how this game is. I genuinely want to help you, whether you choose to come and work with me or not. Ask your questions. I'm more than happy to help. And as always, I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow in my next video. Take it easy, people. Have a great weekend, what's left of it, and I shall chat to you